Hello everyone, my name is Miss Alissa and today I'm here to do a middle grade book tasting on the book From the Desk of Zoe Washington by Janae Marks. This was a really excellent book. I super enjoyed reading it. I'm going to read a little bit from the inside cover for you. Dear Marcus, Zoe Washington isn't sure what to write next. What does a girl say to the father she's never met? She hadn't heard from him until his letter arrived on her 12th birthday and who's been in prison for a terrible crime. A crime, he says, he never committed. Could Marcus really be innocent? The truth is somewhere out there, and Zoe is determined to uncover it, even if it means hiding his letters and her investigation from her mom and stepdad. Everyone else thinks Zoe's worrying about doing a good job at her bakery internship and proving to her parents that she's worthy of auditioning for the Food Network's Kids Bake Challenge. It's been Zoe's dream to become a star baker, and she can't afford to mess anything up. Her neighbor and best friend Trevor would have been her confidant through all of this, but Zoe's not speaking to him anymore. She'll have to figure this out alone. With bakery confections on one part of her mind and Marcus's conviction weighing heavily on the other, this is one recipe Zoe doesn't know how to balance. The only thing she knows to be true, everyone lies. So this middle grade novel is packed with heart and it is a great story. Zoe, her parents, and her troubles with her best friend feel relatable and real. All of the characters, even the adults, make mistakes and learn throughout the story. I really felt what Zoe was going through. It tackles some really tough subjects without being too heavy or dark. Zoe's dreams of becoming a pastry chef and getting on the Kids Bake Challenge TV show take up a decent part of the story and will be really appealing to kids who like to cook or bake. I highly recommend this to readers who like baking or who are interested in the social justice aspect of the story. I listened to this book as an audiobook that was narrated by Bonnie Turpin. Turpin does a really good job differentiating between character voices, and I really feel like she brought Zoe's personality to life. This book has a Lexile of 660. It has an accelerated reader level of 4.4, and it is recommended for readers grades 4 through 6. So I'm going to be reading the first chapter for you. Chapter 1. The day I turned 12, I was certain it'd be my favorite birthday yet, and then I got the letter. I just had my dream birthday party at Ari's Cakes. Mom's friend Ariana owned the bakery in Beacon Hill, my favorite neighborhood in all of Boston. It had cute brick buildings and townhouses with cobblestone streets. There was a deli with baskets of fresh fruit for sale outside, a chocolate shop, a coffee shop, and a ton of fancy restaurants. And then there was Ari's Cakes, with its pretty pale blue awning and a wooden sign above it with the store's name written in white script. Her front window always had lots of cupcakes on display, along with fresh flowers. You could smell the sugar before you walked in. Even though it was pouring rain outside, I felt like the luckiest girl. I'd been in a professional kitchen with my best friend Jasmine and Maya as we baked and decorated chocolate fudge cupcakes. When my parents and I got home, Dad pulled his rain jacket hood onto his head and rushed inside with a box of leftover cupcakes. Mom, using an umbrella, carried my gift bags. I hurried behind them and on my way in, grabbed the mail from the mailbox next to our front door. While I kicked off my sneakers in our foyer, I flipped through the envelopes, checking to see if my great-aunt's birthday card arrived. She usually included money, and I was dying to add an egg separator to my baking supplies. There was a catalog and some junk mail from credit card companies, and then I spotted a plain white envelope with my name, Zoe Washington, and my address written in neat blue print. I glanced at the return address and froze. Massachusetts State Penitentiary was typed on the upper left corner across from a waving American flag stamp. The name Marcus Johnson was written in that same blue handwriting above the prison's name. It was a letter from my convict father, a man I'd never heard from before. I couldn't believe it. Just like that, my birthday didn't matter anymore. The envelope slipped from my fingers, landing on the floor. My dog, Butternut, ran over and started licking it, but I snatched it up and dropped it onto the table next to the front door. Why would Marcus write to me now? Why? I only owned one picture of him, which Grandma had given to me, since Mom would never approve. It was one of Mom's pictures that Grandma had saved from when Mom and Marcus were high school sweethearts. I had hidden the picture between the pages of one of my journals. In it, Marcus was at a Boston Celtics game, wearing a team sweatshirt and a huge smile. My smile looked like his, which was weird. Someone I never met had the exact same smile as me, and his brown skin matched mine. Mom's skin was a little lighter. Now Marcus was sitting in a prison cell, probably wearing an orange jumpsuit. That's how I imagine people in prison. I bet he didn't smile much there. I picked up the envelope and rubbed my thumb across the seal, but all of a sudden my fingers stopped working and I froze in place. I wanted to read it, but I was also terrified of what it might say. He committed a terrible crime. What if he'd written something scary? It was only a piece of paper, but the feeling wouldn't go away. I took a deep breath and started to open the envelope again, but then I heard Mom come down the stairs. I knew it was Mom and not my stepdad, Paul, because she was humming a song, which she did a lot, especially in front of the bathroom mirror when she was putting on makeup. She had a pretty good voice, but she always said it was because of the bathroom acoustics. That was wrong, because my stepdad sometimes sang in the shower and the acoustics didn't stop him from sounding like a dying coyote. I quickly tucked the letter into the pocket on the inside of my rain jacket. It wouldn't be a good idea to show Mom. I was pretty sure she'd take it away without letting me read it. I hoped she couldn't hear how hard my heart was beating. I put the gift bags in your room, she said. Thanks. Did you have fun today? She asked. Your cupcakes came out so pretty. It was amazing, I told Mom. But now I couldn't focus on how amazing it was, not with Marcus's letter taking up so much space in my brain. This today's mail? Mom stared at the foyer table, where I had left the rest of it. Yep, I grabbed it from the mailbox. Thanks. But then her eyebrows scrunched together and her shoulders did what they did when she was stressed. They lifted up towards her ears. She smiled at me, but it was a forced smile, like she wasn't actually happy. She picked up the pile of mail, and as she flipped through it, her shoulders slowly returned to their normal position. I thought Auntie Lillian's card might have come, but I didn't see it. I swallowed hard, thinking of the letter that had come. I wondered if I should tell Mom about it, but what if it made her mad or upset? She didn't like to talk about Marcus. Mom smiled at me for real. It'll come. Anyway, there's one more birthday surprise for you. We're going to order Hawaiian-ish pizza for dinner. I forced myself to smile. Hawaiian-ish was the name I'd given my favorite pizza combo, pineapple and pepperoni instead of ham. Since my mom and stepdad thought it was gross, we usually only got those toppings on half a pie. Sounds great. I cleared my throat. I'm going to go to my room and put my gifts away. It was a total lie, but that's not what Mom noticed. You're not going to take your jacket off? She asked. Marcus's envelope was still in my pocket, right over my heart, which was beating fast. I'll take it off in my room. I walked away before Mom could say anything else. What could Marcus have to say to me? I had to know. That's the end of chapter 1. I hope you guys might find this an interesting book to pick up. I really recommend it. If you do read it and you like it a lot, please let us know by emailing us at kids@lcplin.org. Again, that's kids, KIDS, @lcplin.org. Have a great day. Bye.